Hey traders from around the world, it's your boy Jeremy Alexander Newsome with RealLifeTrading.com. I hope you're doing splendidly sensational. The U.S. markets are closed tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, and I'm taking a little bit of a vacation this week. So no stock review on Wednesday, no stock review on Friday, but I'll be back next week. Actually, next Monday is Mentorship Monday, so we'll be rocking that out for those in the trading room. They're going to get over 4 hours of recorded content. And I'll also be doing the stock review for all of my YouTube subscribers. So thanks so much for following. Beautiful stuff on the SPY today. So we gapped down and traded higher. Exact same mentality really the last 2 or 3 days in a row. So back on the 27th, which I believe was Wednesday, in the afternoon room, I mentioned, hey, everyone watch for a gap down and a trade higher. That's what we did Thursday. And Thursday, I mentioned, all right, folks, it's a nice white candle. Watch for a gap up and a trade down. That's what happened Friday. And Friday, I mentioned, all right, let's watch for a gap down and a trade up. And that is what happened. Nice black candle gapping down to the 100. So we really will probably trade sideways for a while. Earlier this afternoon, a few real life traders hopped in on this bad boy, an August 134 limit put sale at the 250 strike. More or less expecting or anticipating SPY to just trade like that direction. I mean, it could trade down, it could trade up, it could do anything it wants to do as long as it closes above 250 by the third Friday in August. And even if it doesn't, there's the 100 simple on a weekly is at 246.39. So even if one put some shares down there, that really wouldn't be the worst place to own SPY. But more just interested in a bullish to neutral, slow and steady grind higher on the markets from here. That's at least my thoughts now that the 200 slowly creeping higher. And if I come back over to this little note, where'd that note go? Here's the note. So back on the 27th, I mentioned likely from here headed to the 50 unless the gap fills in the next 2 weeks. So this is the gap right here. If we can get a close above there, really this week or sometime next week, we should be good to go and we'll just chop around for a bit. But if we don't close above there, that will show some decent weakness to me. We'll probably slowly meander lower to sideways on the SPY. Didn't have tons of requests today, but I will go look at some of the ones that I did have requests for. Let me go ahead and pull those up. First and foremost, had a request for VRTX. So we get VRTX pulled up, and VRTX, this is the Vertex Pharmaceuticals, had a nice gap and go the other day being Friday. Very nice volume, and today's an inside day candle. Here's the weekly chart on VRTX, and really what we're doing is we're forming a little bit of a distribution phase. What's exciting about this move is you had a previous all-time high right here. Nice old resistance acting as a new support. That was a good spot to kind of buy the dip on VRTX. So this particular juncture, slow bullish trend. Here's your exponential moving averages on the weekly. It looks nice. And here's the daily chart. So really with that bullish gap and go, I would expect maybe 2-3 more days of sideways movement and then a continuation higher. But here's the hourly. And the hourly, if I turn off the extended hours, looks a little bit something like this. So yeah, if you're looking at playing it bullish, I would say buy the dip, look at the hourly. The trend at this particular point in time appears to be more bullish than bearish. Here's some trades that we did place today. Las Vegas Sands. This is a fun one that many people made some solid change on. In fact, let me see how my boy Jordan did over here. Him and I were chatting on TradingView most of the day. Okay. He didn't reply to the exit. Here's the daily chart on Las Vegas Sands, and it was a nice black candle gapping down, which means it was a retest gap. Here's the long-term moving averages, and it did end up breaking the 200 at some point. Here's the 5-minute charts, and the way we played it is pretty much the way you think we would have. Trade down, nice, right? Very quick move. Here's the retest, and here's the rollover. Wasn't a huge winner, but it was a winner. We did end up getting trailed out right above the high of that white candle right there. So once it broke above the high of that candle, we got out, took our gains, and that was that. So most traders making a small gain. In fact, shout out to my good buddy who I met up in Montreal, Anthony McGar. Anthony made 1.3 Rs today. So hey man, congrats, thanks. First day on the floor, Anthony's making money. I love it. And this gentleman just joined, Mr. Robert Grubb, says what a day, up 6.5 R. What? On VMW. Good grief. So look at this trade. VMW, here's the daily time frame, and that was a phenomenal bullish gap and go. I did not take it. I did not trade this one, but it was a nice gap. Here's the 5 minute, and look at this pullback. Very nice pullback into the moving averages. You had this morning star reversal here. You had this very nice S curve here. A lot of opportunities to make some good money. So Robert, congrats. I gave him a fun challenge. I'm gonna see if he can do it, but my reply to Robert was, all right, don't give back more than 4R the rest of the month, so you're guaranteed to lock in at least 2.5R for June. I mean, having a big day like that right out the gate, that's a phenomenal opportunity to lock in some good gains. So that is VMware. Tesla was a really interesting move today. So we had a swing trade on Tesla, a real life trading trade that we got triggered into, Friday. So we got triggered in on Friday, and here was the setup. Let me just get this pulled up right over here. And again, this is the journal that all those who joined real life trading, the trading rooms, after the trading room, after the free week, you guys all have access to this journal. But the Tesla trade, this was one that we played on the hourly, so I'll just get that pulled up here in just a moment. But it did have to exit today because it had a phenomenal bullish gap, really nice bullish gap and go that just did not play out at all. So while this is loading, go to the swing trades current month. And while that's taking forever, here's the 5 minute chart. And the first 5 minutes of the day, beautiful candle. And it was a nice bullish candle, good lower shadow. And I thought to myself, okay, this is a great gap. We should continue higher. I'm just going to put my stop in here and forget about it. I felt like a real dodo bird when this trade came into the 10 and started bouncing. I thought I was going to do this, and I got stopped out too early. I was really upset. But as soon as it broke the low, I was like, okay, good job. So it did break down. Nice bullish gap and go that did not gap and go. Here's the trade. So I'm just going to pull these up really quick. Nope, that's not the right one. Let me go ahead, sorry, copy and paste. Throw them in the chat panes. That's the updated stop. So here's the original trade setup right here. This was, again, we set it up on Thursday. It's a bullish stop limit with the stop at 352.82. So I wanted this and then that. That's really what I wanted, which we did end up getting to some extent. So I made a quarter of an R on Tesla. No big deal, small gain. But from here, where does it go? It looks a little bit weak, honestly. I would say if you're looking at playing Tesla, probably try to get down here in the 320s, low 320s, mid-teens. Either that or 308, 309. I think you can go down a little bit farther. It is at a resistance. Here's the weekly chart. Weekly chart on Tesla looks pretty okay, but I think it's begging to come back to that 308 zone. So if and when Tesla comes back down there, then I'll be looking at playing position on it at that particular price. Nike. So this is the other trade that we placed. This is one that Latoya called out in the room. She was on fire today. I really liked her setup. So I'm going to keep scrolling up here. Scrolling. So this was a trade that she did on DVMT. That was a really nice winner. I'm going to keep scrolling up over here. So here's the Nike trade. So I'll put this chart up as well. So this was a fade. So there's the actual chart, and again the numbers were 78.33 by 78.70. So what was interesting on Nike is I do think Nike will continue higher, but you had this white candle, right? It's a retest gap, and it was gapping down from Friday's close. So there's some people trapped. Here's the 5 minute chart. If I turn on the extended hours, just the moving averages, not the extended hours. Turn them on. It was took out the 5 minute low. Broke down, retested, and Latoya said, let's get in here with a stop right there. And that was what we played. Solid trade. Played that one for 2 Rs on Nike. So today was a good day for a lot of traders. For me, it's a 2.28 R day. So that's since the first day of July. That's where I'm at for July. 2.25, trying to get to 10. Got very close last month. Didn't quite get to my goal, but we'll figure out if I can get there for July. But 2.28 looking pretty good and pretty saucy so far. Nike, nice little move. Nice little high wick candle. Wait for Nike to hang out, trade sideways for 2 or 3 days. But eventually, I do think this stock keeps running higher. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of time between now and next Monday's stock review. Feel free to post them in the comment section below. Email me. Message me on Twitter. There's all my social media contact info. You guys are fantastic. I'll see you around. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.